As always, if you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. Just press the subscribe button. You'll find it on the YouTube page, or you'll find it on this video in the bottom right hand corner. There you go. So anyway, round one this week is general knowledge and news of the week. We have 2 questions from the news of the week. It's always questions 4 and 8, and that is the same in round 1 and round 5. Round 2 is the fun trivia round, just general knowledge. Round 3 is the pictures. Round 4 is a themed round, and we change the theme every week. I have succumbed to the 3 amigos pleadings for a 60s round. If you've done my quizzes before, you know my decade rounds. I have 1 question from 1960 to 1969, 1 question from each, and then the last 2 questions are something related to the decade itself. It's not rocket science. There will be no need for you to go to Google. Round 5 is the final round. It's another general knowledge news of the week, and that will decide the winners. We're not playing for money. We're not playing for massive prizes. It's just a little certificate at the end of the night to say you had the cleverest quiz brain this week. And as long as you don't use Google to enhance that brain power, we'll all be happy. Cool. Good. It is 8:01. So, shall we make a start? Oh, my brother's here. Hello, Malcolm. Just made it in time. Right, best of luck, everybody. And what I will do, I will roll the credits, I think. Right, so here we go, Sunday Night Live, round 1, general knowledge and news of the week. Mark your own scores. There are 12 points available. A few picture clues there of questions related to this round. Here we go. Round 1, question number 1. Dumb and Dumber here from sunny, where? Torremolinos? Well, that's a bit posh, isn't it, Gail? How did you manage that? Do you have to stay in your house for 14 days when you come back? I hope you're enjoying yourself anyway. Right, let's get started then. Best of luck, everyone. Question number 1, round number 1. Which Disney character from the movie Pinocchio carries an umbrella? Yes, we do. Oh, sorry, Gail. Which Disney character from the movie Pinocchio carries an umbrella? Question number 2. Question 2. Which one-piece clothing item is famously worn by the Mario brothers? Gosh, started really easy for you tonight. Which one-piece clothing item is famously worn by the Mario brothers? I punish myself sometimes by putting these type of questions in, but here we go. Question number 3. Rhinotilexomania is a name for which bad habit? So rhinotilexomania is a name for which bad habit? Question number 4. Question 4 in the news this week. Our first jump into the news. At the BAFTAs this week, what won Best Television Soap? So at the BAFTAs this week, what won Best TV Soap? Question number 5. Who won an Oscar for Best Actress for the 1987 movie Moonstruck? So who won an Oscar for Best Actress for the 1987 movie Moonstruck? Question 6. Question number 6. Which famous author wrote about Gunga Din? Which famous author wrote about Gunga Din? Question 7. Question number 7. Which is the only European country with 10 letters? Which is the only European country with 10 letters? In the news this week, question number 8. Name the director of the movies Bugsy Malone and Evita who died this week. Name the director of the movies Bugsy Malone and Evita who died this week. Obviously made a lot more than that, but just 2 I randomly chosen. So name the director of the movies Bugsy Malone and Evita who died this week. Question number 9. Who would have a shop sign with 3 golden balls? So who would have a shop sign with 3 golden balls? Just as that picture is indicating there. Question number 10. Question number 10. In the Tour de France, what colour is worn by the top sprinter points scorer? So in the Tour de France, what colour is worn by the top sprint points scorer? Question number 11, 11 of 12. The proboscis or long-nosed monkey is native to which Asian island? The proboscis or long-nosed monkey is native to which Asian island? You don't have to ask me to spell the monkey, because I will put obviously the written questions between rounds. So there you go. Finish it up with this one. Question 12. The Return of Jafar. The Return of Jafar is a sequel to which animated movie? There you go. Dead painless, nice and easy start for you all. I will see you all in 8 minutes. Right, your last 10 seconds, peeps. Your last 10 secs. Right, time is up. I'm going to give you some answers. I've just been looking at who isn't here tonight. There's so many teams not here tonight. But 2 teams. I'd still do a quiz for you. Here we go. Which Disney character from the movie Pinocchio carries an umbrella? It was Jiminy Cricket, of course. Which one-piece clothing item is famously worn by the Mario brothers? They are overalls. Rhinotelexomania is another name for picking your nose. Nose picking, I was after. Nice picture of Donald Trump doing that. I put on my Facebook earlier. In the news at the BAFTAs this week, which won Best TV Soap? It was Emmerdale. Who won an Oscar for Best Actress in the 1987 movie Moonstruck? It was Cher. Who famously wrote about Gunga Din? It was Rudyard Kipling. Which is the only European country with 10 letters? It's Luxembourg. Luxembourg. In the news, name the director of the movie Bugsy Malone and Evita, who died this week. It was Sir Alan Parker. Who would have a shop sign with 3 golden balls? It's a pawnbroker. In the Tour de France, what colour is worn by the top sprint point scorer? It is the green jacket. Sorry, the green jersey, or whatever it is they wear. The proboscis or long-nosed monkey is native to which Asian island? It's Borneo. And finally, The Return of Jafar is a sequel to the animated movie Aladdin. Aladdin, there are 12 points available. Please throw some scores at me. Thank you. Folk all got 7. Oh, Davy's done Cesarean. Hello, Paul Davy. A good start and all, 9. Joe Thornhill, with only half of the fence gang, because they're in the house tonight, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 12. We are impressed with ourselves. I'm impressed too. H and Mal got 10. Always last, 11. Well done. 3 Amigos, 11. I'm just going to type in always last score. Dumb and Dumber, From Abroad in the Sunshine, 7. Are you a bit drunk, Gail? Are the spirits flowing very nicely? Keith, Deborah got the soap wrong. Dear me. I forgot what Keith just messaged me now. Always last. I'm just going to check his score because I've lost it. Do-do-do-do-do. Keith. 11. He got 11. Well done, by the way. And it would have been 12, but they got Emmerdale. Sorry. His good lady got Emmerdale. See, that's very sexist, that, Keith, because you watch soaps and all. I know you do. So we've got 2 11s, a 10. Not a massive amount of teams in tonight, but that's all right. A 9, a 7, 7, 3 7s. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. We spelt pawnbrokers wrong, but gave ourselves a point. You don't have to admit to your spelling mistakes. I am not marking them. Gail and a good man are not drunk yet. They are, but the Bacardi's flowing and it's 37 degrees. It's 38 over here tonight, isn't it? It's really hot in England at the moment. But we're due rain. Anyway, well done, everybody. Shall we press on? I think all the scores are in. Let's go and do round 2. Round 2 is pretty much the same as round 1, but with no news of the week questions thrown in. We've got 3 little picture clues there. That looks like Earl blows gum on Willy Wonka. He looks someone famous. And Zoolander number 2. There we go. Round 2, the fun trivia round. Mark your own scores. As always, there are 12 points available. Best of luck, everybody. Here we go. Question number 1. Who were back in town according to the Thin Lizzy hit? Who were back in town according to the Thin Lizzy hit? Question number 2, relating to the top picture. Who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Question 2. Who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Question number 3. Question 3. Which country music singer played himself in the movie Zoolander 2? So which country music singer played himself in the movie Zoolander 2? Question 4. Question number 4. In which limb in the human body is the radial artery? So in which limb in the human body is the radial artery? Question 5. Question number 5. Which comic actor starred in the 1993 movie So I Married an Axe Murderer? Which comic actor starred in the 1993 movie So I Married an Axe Murderer? Question 6. Question number 6. The Battle of Bataan took place during which war? The Battle of Bataan took place during which war? Question 7. Question 7, quite simply, yes or no? Yes or no? Did Sir Isaac Newton marry? As you see there by picture number 2, he was a bonny bloke. Quite a catch. Yes or no? Did Sir Isaac Newton marry? Question number 8 in sport. Question number 8. Which Formula 1 team is known as the Silver Arrows? Which Formula 1 team is known as the Silver Arrows? Question number 9. Question 9. Guess the year. Guess the year from the following 2 clues. Guess the year from the following 2 clues. Norway became the first to score no points in the Eurovision Song Contest, and S-registered cars appeared for the first time around. So Norway became the first to score no points in the Eurovision Song Contest, and S registration cars appeared for the first time around. Question number 10. Question number 10. Such Pretty Forks in the Road. Such Pretty Forks in the Road is a 2020 album by which female singer? Such Pretty Forks in the Road is a 2020 album by which female singer? Question 11, 11 to 12, round number 2. In 1935, athlete Jesse Owen set a world record in which event? A record that stood for 25 years. So in 1935, athlete Jesse Owen set a world record in which event? And a record that stood for 25 years. I will finish this round off with this one. Question number 12. The bat-eared fox is native to which continent? The bat-eared fox is native to which continent? There you go. Another 12 done and dusted. I will see you shortly. Right, last 10 seconds. Last 10. There we go. Right, let's have some answers to round number 2. You can total up your scores, see who's clever. Round 2 went a bit like this. Who were back in town, according to a Hit My Thin Lizzy? Of course it was The Boys Are Back in Town. Who wrote the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Was Roald Dahl. Which country music singer played himself in the movie Zoolander 2? Was Willie Nelson. In which limb is the human in the human body is the radial artery? It's in the arm, it's in the forearm. Which comic actor starred in the 1993 movie So I Married an Axe Murderer? Was Mike Myers. The Battle of Bataan took place during World War II. Yes or no, did Sir Isaac Newton marry? No, he never. Which Formula 1 team is known as the Silver Arrows? It's Mercedes. Guess here, the following 2 clues. Norway became the first to score no points and nil points in the Eurovision Song Contest, and S-registered cars appeared for the first time around. They were back again in the 90s, but this was 1978. Such Pretty Forks in the Road is a 2020 album by the gorgeous Alanis Morissette. In 1935, athlete Jesse Owens set a world record in which event? A record that stood for 25 years. It was the long jump. And finally, the bat-eared fox is native to Africa. So, please tell me what you got in round 1, what you got in round 2, and then we'll have a total. Thank you. I've been discovering that a lot of people are watching this quiz via playback. So they watch the recording so they can fast forward past the 8-minute gaps. Keith got a total of, so Always Last got 7 for a total of 18. I'm not ignoring anybody at the moment. I'm just typing Keith's scoring. 7 for 18. Always Last. Right, let's go back up to see who I've missed. Mick Carell, I got 9. Guessed 4 of them. That's all right. If you guessed them right, total of 16. Well done. 4 calls, 7 and 7, a total of 14. Consistent again. Well done. Paul Davey Johnson's got 6 equals 15. HML, 10 again. I think they got 10 yesterday in the first round, so that's 20. Current leaders, no you're not, because 6 out of 12, oh yes you are, 6 out of 12 in that one for the half offence gang, so it's 14 out of 24. Gail at 5, I think we have Sunstroke, total of 12. It doesn't matter, Gail, as long as you're enjoying your holiday and the quiz, and thank you for gracing us with your presence while you're sunning yourself in Torremolinos. See, we've got work tomorrow, Gail. Three Amigos, 9 for a total of 20. Joint leaders, I believe. We are 80s babies. Can we be excused for the 60s? My wife said to me the other night, as I was explaining, I was going to do a 60s round. Oh, that could be rubbish. Too early for us, blah, blah, blah. So I then rattled off, just off the top of my head, 3 60s round questions. Not that they're in tonight, because that'd be cheating. But I did ask her randomly 3 60s round questions, and she just battered them off, straight off. Correct, correct, correct. So I'm not having none of this, you 80s babies don't know what you're talking about. You'll get most of them, I dare say. Are we all scored up? Are we all in? I don't know. It seems like we might be. So, shall we have some pictures? Let me do this. Right, every Sunday 8 till 9:30. Might be earlier tonight because we're whizzing through these. Round 3, the picture round. Mark your own scores. There are 10 points available in the pictures because, of course, my wife's just saying she's not an 80s baby. Wish I was. Ha ha. Born in 1978. Right, so here's your pictures. Best of luck, everybody. Right, peeps, there we go. Shall we give you some answers? Here's some answers for your pictures. Number 1, the fantastic man who was Fred Dibner. 2, the unrecognisable Adele. She's lost so much. She's about 7 stone or something she's lost. I wonder if that's took the power out of her voice. She's still going to sing miserable songs, isn't she? Because she's not eating burgers anymore. Number 3, Romesh Ranganathan. I can never say his name. Romesh Ranganathan. Number 4 is the new series of the Umbrella Academy. It's series 2. If you haven't watched it yet, please do watch series 1 again, because you need to, because you'll forget everything. 2 goal scorers in the FA Cup final from Aubameyang, number 5. Alison King, who was an actress in Coronation Street, I believe. The movie was Vertigo, a Hitchcock classic, of course. Number 8, Rachel Riley. She's the clever one on Countdown. Number 9 is James Murdoch, the son of Rupert Murdoch. And number 10 is the future President of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden, who is going to landslide defeat Donald Trump in November. There you go. Can I please have scores from round 1, round 2, pictures and a total? Thank you very much. Mick Carell. I got 1. Number 8. Just missing. I got 5. Mick, stop it. Total of 21. Fuck all. 7, 7 and 6, a total of 20. Gail, 7 for a total of 19. Keith got a total of 5. 5 for a total of 23, and he reckons he peaked too early. 3 amigos, 11, 9, 8, total of 28. HML, 27 in total, 10, 10 and 7. 7's a good score in the pictures. We got, hey, I'm liking that. No one's getting 10s anymore in the pictures. I do like that. I'm just going to put Keith's score on. Always last, and I forgot it again. I'm just going to double check. Keith got 5 for a total of 23. Joe and the Fence Gang, 8, 6 and 6 for a total of 20. Mick feels content that Rachel has made an appearance on my picture round at last. I must have subconsciously remembered that because I didn't put it on just for you, Mick. I do apologise, but I do remember now that you did. You are holding a torch for Rachel Riley. I don't know whether she's pregnant again. Apparently that she appeared with a picture with a bump. There you go. Malcolm, stop it. Right. Shall we have our themed round? It's really early tonight. It's only 10 to 9. Right, themed round. It is the 60s. It's not the swinging 60s. Well, it is the swinging 60s. That's what it was called. But it's not all music, that's what I'm trying to say. What we got there? We got the Beatles, we got Clint Eastwood, and we got the Rovers Return. Mark your own scores. There are 12 points available. Oh, I got there's a on the message on the post from the Bellens. the Bellends aren't with us. They haven't been with us for a few weeks, which is Laura and Dave Welford, of course. They've moved house. They're going to be with us next week when they're all settled and everything. So if you are watching on the slide but not playing, best of luck with your new home. If I remember next week, I will give you a shout out again. Well done though. Right, round number 4 is the swinging 60s. We change our theme every week. I'm going to have some comedy next week. I think some comedy sitcoms, comedy movies, comedy books. Comedy, just comedy. It's going to be a fun round. There you go. But this round is a decades round. And what I do with my decades, I go 1960, 61, 62 through the decade. And the last 2 are just 60s related. So, dead easy. Nothing to worry about. Question number 1. In 1960... whose only visit to the United Kingdom was when his plane refuelled at Prestwick Airport. 1960. Whose only visit to the United Kingdom was when his plane refuelled at Prestwick Airport. Question number 2. 1961. What was the name of the dog Russia sent into space? What was the name of the dog Russia sent into space? I believe it was the first animal to orbit the Earth. So in 1961, what was the name of the dog Russia sent into space? Question number 3. Question 3. In 1962, what was the first hit song the Beatles recorded at their new Abbey Road studio? So they moved into Abbey Road studio. It wasn't long after Decca Records turned them down. I bet they don't half feel a bit stupid, don't they? In 1962, what was the first hit song the Beatles recorded at their new Abbey Road studio? They recorded hundreds of hits there, of course. They were there till about 1970, I think. Question number 4. Question number 4. In 1963, which BBC television series first aired the night after JFK was assassinated? So if memory serves, that'll be November the 23rd. So which BBC television series first aired the night after JFK was assassinated? I'm going to spoil you with number 5. Question 5. I'm going to make an ABC. In 1964. 1964. ABC. Which of the spaghetti western trilogy was released in this year? So in 1964, A, B or C, which of the spaghetti western trilogy was released in this year? Was it A, A Fistful of Dollars, B, For a Few Dollars More, or C, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? So 1964 ABC questions require an ABC answer. Which of the spaghetti western trilogy was released in this year? A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, or The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? All great films. Question number 6. Question number 6. True or false? True or false? In 1965, train robber Ronnie Biggs escaped from Wormwood Scrubs jail. True or false? In 1965, train robber Ronnie Biggs escaped from Wormwood Scrubs. Is that true or did I just make it up? Question number 7. 1966. The year I was born. Could only have one question really. Here we go. Who raised the World Cup for England at Wembley Stadium? 1966. Who raised the World Cup for England at Wembley Stadium? Will we ever do it again? Question number 8. Question number 8. In 1967, which movie from the year had this slogan, "They're young, they're in love, and they kill people"? In 1967, which movie from the year had the slogan, they're young, they're in love, and they kill people"? Question number 9. In 1968, which car safety aid was invented in this year by Alan K. Breed? So in 1968, which car safety aid was invented in this year by Alan K. Breed? Question number 10. In 1969, which Englishman was world snooker champion in this year? 1969. Which Englishman was world snooker champion in this year? Right, the last two questions are just two questions on the decade itself. Here we go. Question number 11. Which Beatles single was the best-selling record of the 60s decade? So which Beatles single was the best-selling record of the 60s decade? And I want to finish round 4 off with this one. It was the swinging 60s. Question number 12. Which character spoke the very first line in the television soap Coronation Street? Which character spoke the very first line in the TV soap Coronation Street? That was the swinging 60s. Wasn't too painful, was it? I'll see you all in 8. Now, I did nothing there. I did nothing. I did not reset the timer. Just done it by itself. So, you've got 5 minutes left. Right, last 10 peeps, last 10. Right, I don't know what happened there. We just picture went back to round 1. Anyway, round 4, themed round changes every week. This week it was the swinging 60s. It wasn't that painful, was it? No. So we'll do that again, three amigos, you'll be pleased to hear. In 1960, whose only visit to the United Kingdom was when his plane refuelled at Prestwick Airport? It was, of course, Elvis Presley. In 1961, what was the name of the dog Russia sent into space? Was Laika. In 1962, what was the first hit song the Beatles recorded at their new Abbey Road studio? Love Me Do. In 1963, which BBC television series first aired the night after JFK was assassinated? So JFK was assassinated on November the 22nd, so this was November the 23rd, 1963, and it was Doctor Who. Doctor Who. In 1964, ABC, which of the spaghetti western trilogy was released first? Was it Fistful of Dollars, Put a Few Dollars More, or was it The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? Well, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly was in 66, so it can't have been that one because that was the last of the trilogy. It was, in fact, A Fistful of Dollars. True or false? In 1965, train robber Ronnie Biggs escaped from Wormwood Scrubs. False, he escaped from Wandsworth. Wandsworth. It was in the correct year, 1965, but he escaped from Wandsworth. 1966, who raised the World Cup for England at Wembley Stadium was Sir Bobby Moore. Of course, he wasn't Sir at the time. I'm not sure whether all the England team have now finally been recognised with a knighthood or not. In 1967, which movie from the year had the slogan, "They're young, they're in love, and they kill people," was Bonnie and Clyde. Question number 9. In 1968, which car safety aid was invented in this year by Alan K. Breed? Airbags. Airbags. In 1969, which Englishman was the world snooker champion in this year? It was John Spencer. Question number 11. Which Beatles single was the biggest selling record of the 60s decade? She Loves You. Yeah. And finally, which character spoke the very first line in the television soap Coronation Street was a lady called Elsie Castlereagh. Elsie Castlereagh. There are your 12. Show me how clever you were, please. Scores are coming. Malcolm has replied, no, they haven't. I don't understand what that means. Mick Carell got 627 in total. Consistent tonight, Mick. Well done. Davies Dunces. 9, 6, 7 and 6 for 28. Always last. All right. I'll come back to that, Mel. Always last. He's just messaged me and I missed it. 7 for a total of 30. Where are we at? Apparently Malcolm's telling me that World Cup players are not all night. Well, that's an absolute disgrace. They should be. Folk all 7, 7, 6, 4 60s. Get your quote. No, that's disgraceful. Total of 24. Three amigos got the decade they've been asking for weeks and weeks and weeks and got a total of 10. Well done. 38. Joe, the fence gang. Oh dear. We absolutely weren't clever. 3 out of 12. 23 in total. But you're 80s kids. We'll do an 80s one again, I promise. H and Mal got 7 for a total of 34. Three amigos are leading. Dumb and Dumber girl on holiday, drinking and drinking and drinking and probably still getting a bit of sun. 11 for a total of 30. People are trying to get a posthumous one for Cack Charlton. He wasn't bad, Mal. Oh, you do mean Jack. Didn't he get one? Is he the only one? That's shocking. Well, in fact, they should all get posthumous. If some of them are dead, they should all get them. Born in 1988, so not even technical 80s. All right. We've had 90s one, though. We've had 90s rounds. You're still all doing well. Who's in the lead at the moment? 38 for the Three Amigos. And then HML on 34. There's a 30 in there. I believe Dumb and Dumber are third place at the moment. Although you haven't given me a team name. I don't know whether I should rightly call you Dumb and Dumber. Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Shall we have the last round of the evening? Round number 5. Who have we got up there? Malcolm McLaren, Donald Trump and a gladiator. So, round number 5, general knowledge and news of the week. Mark your own scores. There are always 12 points available. So anyone can still win this quiz. Best luck, everybody. Question number 1, round number 5. What type of pasta is shared in a famous scene in the movie Lady and the Tramp? What type of pasta is shared in a famous scene in the movie Lady and the Tramp? I believe it was eaten at the High Street Cafe, if I remember rightly. High Street Cafe. When the moon hits your eye, it's a big piece of pie. It's a more. Question number 2. What type of girls did Malcolm McLaren sing about in the 80s? What type of girls did Malcolm McLaren sing about in the 80s? Did a lot of skipping, didn't they? Question number 3. Which female tennis player was ranked as world number 1 for 113 consecutive weeks in the 70s? So which female tennis player was ranked as world number 1 for 113 weeks, consecutive weeks in the 1970s? In the news this week, back to the BAFTAs. In the news this week, at the BAFTA TV Awards, what won the Best Sport in TV Programme of the Year? I'm going to give you some options, calm down. So, in the news this week, at the BAFTA TV Awards, what won the Best Sport in TV Programme of the Year? Was it the Cricket World Cup Final, the Women's Football World Cup Final, or the Rugby World Cup Final? So in the news, at the BAFTAs, what won the Best Sporting TV Programme of the Year? The Cricket World Cup Final, the Women's Football World Cup Final, or the Rugby World Cup Final? Question number 5. Which top-selling video game was turned into a 1994 movie? So which top-selling video game was turned into a 1994 movie? Question number 6. ABC. ABC questions require an ABC answer, of course. Here we go. The word cucurbitophobia refers to an irrational fear of what? The word cucurbitophobia refers to the irrational fear of what? Is it A, pumpkins? Is it B, pears? Or is it C, parsnips? So the word cucurbitophobia refers to an irrational fear of what? Pumpkins, pears or parsnips? A, B or C, please. Question number 7. Question 7. Which region makes up the heel of the Italy's so-called boot? So which region makes up the heel part of Italy's so-called boot? Our last jump into the news this week, question number 8. In the news this week, what app has Donald Trump said he's going to ban? What app has Donald Trump said he's going to ban? Question number 9. Question number 9. Which device is made up of 2 globes and a narrow throat? So what device is made up of 2 globes and a narrow throat? Question number 10. Question number 10, as always, is our song lyric of the week. Here we go. Question number 10. Which song starts, an old man turned 98, he won the lottery and died the next day? So which song starts, an old man turned 98, he won the lottery and died the next day? Question number 11. Question 11. Who wrote about a girl with a dragon tattoo? Question number 11. Who wrote about a girl with a dragon tattoo? And finally, question number 12, last one tonight. In ancient Rome, what was a gladius? In ancient Rome, what was a gladius? For the final time tonight. I will see you in 8 minutes, and I promise I'm not going to touch anything. There you go, peeps. The time is up. I'm going to give you some answers. We're going to have a final look at the scores. See how well you've all done. Thank you once again for all attending. It's always nice to see you out. Round number 5. Answers are as follows. What type of pasta is shared in a famous scene in the movie The Lady and the Tramp? Of course it is. Along with the meatballs, they had a bowl of spaghetti. What type of girls did Malcolm McLaren sing about in the 80s? Was Buffalo Girls. Buffalo Girls go round the outside. Question number 3. Which female tennis player was ranked as world number 1 for 113 consecutive weeks in the 70s? Was Chris Evert. She was awesome. In the news, at the BAFTA Television Awards, who won the Best Sporting TV Programme of the Year? Was it the Cricket World Cup Final, in which England won? Was it the Women's World Cup Final? No, England. No. Or the Rugby World Cup Final, where England lost? It was, of course, the Rugby World Cup Final, where South Africa beat England. Which top-selling video game was turned into a 1994 movie? I believe it was Jean-Claude Van Damme was in it, and a few others. It was Street Fighter. ABC. The word cucurbitophobia refers to an irrational fear of A. Pumpkins. Which region makes up the heel of the Italy's so-called boot? It's Puglia. P-U-G-L-I-A. In the news, what app has Donald Trump said he's going to ban? Is TikTok. Which device is made up of 2 globes and a narrow throat? It is an hourglass. Which song starts, question number 10, which song starts? An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. That's a bit ironic, isn't it? Which it is. It's ironic, from Alanis Morissette, of course. Jagged Little Pill album, if you want to get it. Who wrote about a girl with a dragon tattoo? Was Stig Larsson. And finally, in ancient Rome, what was a gladius? Held by a gladiator. It was a sword, of course. So for the last time tonight, please do hit me with some scores. Favourites at the moment are the 3 Amigos, but we will see if they have held out or have they crashed and burned at the last. I'm just going to turn my light down a little bit. That's better. Burning my head. Keith, always last. 7 for a total of 37. Thanks, mate. Nope, thank you for coming, Keith. It's always a pleasure to see you out. Even though if some of the ladies don't know the soaps. Davies Dunces, 9, 6, 7, 6 and 6 for a total of 34. So at the very moment, you are leaders. Folk all, 7, 7, 6, 4 and 5 for a total of 29. Where's me pint? Make a shocking, abysmal, terrible, cringeworthy, shameful 3 for a total of 30. But say your 30 is still not last, because Noel from Folk Hall have got that at the moment. 3 Amigos, 7. Oh, 7's a bit of an average score for you guys. 7 for a total of 45. Oh, that's beatable. 7 from Joe for half a fence. That's not bad for half a fence. 7 for a total of 30 out of 58. Thank you for a lovely night. Please, can we have a lyrics round? A full lyrics round. Oh, they'd murder me, Joe. They would. They'd murder me. Unless you want a lyrics round of like 60s music. Is that what you're after, Joe? Careful what you ask for. Comedy next week. It's comedy every week here. Just wait for a few more scores before I call it an evening. Oh. HML 10, 10, 8, 7, 7. Total of 42. Barry's asking for yes. He's saying yes to a 60s lyrics round. I can do 60s lyrics, but just not years and artists. Oh. No, we're not having a 60s lyrics round. But tonight's winners, I can confirm. And I tip my hat. I don't know whether it's the first time you have actually won, but I'm going to tip my hat anyway. To the three amigos, give them a round of applause. They will be getting a certificate sent their way. How about whose voice is this round? And actually wouldn't work because you couldn't hear them in the 8-minute timer. I can't do a whose voice is this round because that would be copyrighted as well. Right, folks, as always, it has been an absolute pleasure entertaining you for another Sunday evening. I will see you all next week at 8 p.m. Helen has given a round of applause to the three amigos there. Well done, my love. And well done, the three amigos. I will see you all next week. I am now going to stop streaming and stop recording. Thank you all for coming, peeps. All right, Barry. Forecall is taking the dogs out. Taking the dogs out tonight. Thanks, Phil. Mal, see you next week. Apparently, three amigos were triple joint winners before, and they didn't get certificates. Oh, right. That was the night I forgot. Oh, yeah, there was 3 to do. Dumb and Dumber, thank you. Really enjoyed it. Dumb and Dumber, enjoy the rest of your holiday. Get drunk. Lots of alcohol, lots of sun, because you can't come out for 14 days when you get back. Later, peeps. Good night.